I'm Peter Fortune, and I'm the London Assembly member for Bexley and Bromley. Well, I'm a born and bred Londoner. I grew up and went to school in South London and started my career here. So London's a really important place to me. And it's a big and dynamic place, but also a place that's got lots of challenges. I got into politics by accident. When I was younger, my estate had a local residents association, and we would all go down and we'd hassle the council to help, to try and get them to help us with, building playgrounds, cutting the grass, fixing windows, things like that. And then I sort of moved away from politics, but I came back to it after my children were born, because again, I wanted to get involved in the area. So I kind of became a busybody before I became a politician. I was getting involved in getting proper bin collections, getting potholes filled in, all of that sort of granular local stuff that's very important to people. And from that, I got to meet local councillors, and then I got to meet the local MP, and I sort of slowly got absorbed into the political system that way. Something that attracted me to the London Assembly is that opportunity to hold the mayor to account. The Mayor of London, of whichever political party happens to hold the office, has a big responsibility. This year, the budget goes to over £20 billion. And there's responsibility there in their office for policing, for fire infrastructure, now for adult education as well, helping people with their skills to get back into work. And what attracted me to the London Assembly was to have oversight of all of that, and to make sure that the Mayor and his huge and expanding office listens to the voices of ordinary Londoners. Bexley and Bromley is a very, very big place, so I try and work really hard to get around as much of the constituency as I can. So on a Saturday morning, you'll normally find me out delivering leaflets or knocking on doors, but I like to get out to as many of the wards across Bexley and Bromley as possible. In London, what I think I would like to see more media focus on is delivery of some of our key services. So it's no secret that there have been difficulties with the police and with the fire brigade, but it's not just top line. I'd quite like to see the media get more involved in some of the scrutiny process we have here at City Hall. I have the responsibility for budget and performance, and the part of that I find very interesting is the performance. Is your money being spent properly? Are Londoners' taxes being directed to the places where it can make the most, have the biggest impact and help the most people? And oftentimes, I think it could be doing an awful lot better. Housing is a really big challenge today. Housing has knock-on effects to cost of child social care, which has knock-on effects to people in employment, which has knock-on effects to inflation, which has knock-on effects to growth and development. So everything is connected in this web of complexity. But if you had to pick something to deliver on, for me it would be housing. For the London Assembly especially, I think that the awareness of it across the metropolis is very limited. I don't think people understand what we do. We're here to ask the questions that you want us to ask the Mayor. So what I would love people to take away from this video is to say, actually, I didn't know there was somebody there who could speak up for me. I didn't know there was somebody there that could put this point across. I didn't know there was somebody there that could complain about these services and say, look, we're not getting what we're supposed to be getting. And to engage with me and colleagues across the London Assembly to make sure we're asking the questions that you want answered.